This is unacceptable. I want them evicted now. That's what Karen shouted as she pounded on our door. But she didn't realize two important things. First, this wasn't a crime scene, it was an HOA dispute, and second, the woman she was yelling at was my wife, Clara, the newly appointed police chief of the entire county. That was her first mistake. What started as a petty argument over uneven window blinds quickly exploded into 7 fake 911 calls. A full-blown corruption scandal and courtroom confessions that rocked our quiet neighborhood. We had just moved into Briar Hollow Estates, a place that looked peaceful, with trimmed lawns, American flags, and kids selling lemonade. But behind the smiles was a quiet dictatorship ruled by Karen, the HOA president for 8 years with no elections, no oversight, and nothing but fear and threats. One day, I came home to find a violation notice duct-taped to our front door, said our blinds were in T-straight, and threatened us with fines. No photos, no time, just a warning. Clara laughed it off and said, "Let her come speak to me directly." The next morning, Karen showed up like she was leading a raid, clipboard in hand, Bluetooth in ear, banging on our door like it owed her money. Clara, still in her police department hoodie but off duty, looked through the peephole. Karen shouted something about an emergency HOA inspection. Clara didn't open the door. Instead, she cracked the window and said calmly, "Ma'am, you're trespassing. Please leave." Karen snapped back, "You're obstructing HOA duties. That's a crime. I'm calling the cops." Clara smiled and said, "Please do." 3 minutes later, Karen was on the phone with 911, claiming she was being held hostage. When the operator asked for a description, Karen said she looked shady. The operator paused and replied, "Ma'am, that address belongs to Chief Clara Thornfield. Please step off her property immediately." Silence. Then Karen whispered, "Wait, what?" From there, it all unraveled. Clara requested the HOA records, and what she found was shocking. Karen had faked 11 citations that month alone, targeting residents who questioned her authority. Clara launched an official investigation, joined by 3 other officers, and uncovered forged documents, fake architectural approvals, and a shady LLC controlled by Karen that was secretly buying neighborhood green spaces under the name of the HOA. She was issuing fake fines, collecting money, then using that money to buy land through her LLC, flipping it to developers for millions. When Karen caught wind of the investigation, she panicked and filed 7 false police reports in 5 days, accusing neighbors of everything from vandalism to arson over a fire pit. Police flagged her as a frequent liar, and officers were told to film every interaction. Eventually, Clara's team got a warrant and searched the HOA office, which just happened to be in Karen's basement. Inside, they found a printer full of blank violation forms, spreadsheets labeled target list, and audio of board members being coached on how to scare residents. Karen was arrested right in front of our house, the same one she tried to bully her way into. In court, she cried and claimed she just wanted to keep the neighborhood nice, but no one believed her. Over a dozen residents came forward with stories of harassment, false fines, and threats. Clara gave her statement last. She didn't yell or point fingers. She simply said, "No one is above the law, not even someone with a clipboard and a name tag." Karen was sentenced to 6 years probation, banned from any HOA leadership, and ordered to repay every homeowner she fined. Her reputation was destroyed, her scam exposed, and our neighborhood finally free. The HOA was rebuilt from scratch with real elections, full transparency, and Clara now serving as a legal advisor. Karen. She moved to counties away and tried to run for HOA president again, but that time her reputation got there first. So, let me ask you, what would you do if someone tried to call the cops on your spouse without knowing she was the police chief? Let me know in the comments, and if you've ever had to deal with an out-of-control HOA. I want to hear your story. Because sometimes the best revenge is just letting the truth open the door.